Dimensions. When we think of this as just a name or an inanimate object or just something or someone, we will perceive the rest of the world the same. We can't know what is happening in the other person's heart until we know what is happening in our heart. We can't know whether something is hot or cold until we're able to understand the heat and coldness within ourselves. Heat and coldness in thought, heat and coldness in emotion, heat and coldness in actual temperature, heat and coldness in words, heat and coldness in many other different aspects. These are all different angles, dimensions, whatever you want to call them, levels. But what is in here, or what is applicable here, is applicable there. We see a rock. We think, okay, inanimate object, stone. When we've gone inside here and things start opening up and we become aware of different things happening, or different qualities, or different traits, we're able to see those traits in that stone. We're able to recognize just because it seems static or inanimate doesn't mean there isn't any motion. Just because it does not speak or sing does not mean it does not have any wisdom. The wisdom is held in a different frequency that we've conditioned ourselves to connect in. We think five senses, and that too, the five senses also at the very bare minimum. We don't listen to subtleties. We don't listen to tonalities. We don't listen to pace. We just hear words. That too also, whatever those words mean to us at that given point in time, whether the literal definition is something else, whether the interpreted definition is something else, whether the cultural definition is something else, that too also we do not contemplate on. You said this, what do you mean by that? Quick. Judgment. Memory. Filing. Kya aa raha hai? We're not allowing the entrance to come. We're not allowing the reading to happen. We're not allowing the proper digestion of the situation or the being or the word or the whatever it is, because we do that with ourselves. We gauge ourselves under a checklist, a very superficial checklist: productivity, accumulation, clothing, name, this, that. Nonsensical. These things have their uses, but they're not the heart of existence. The heart of existence is something much more vast and profound. When we open up to these dimensions and these levels and these traits, and we're also able to understand how we influence our life. If we're bringing a certain color and that we're surrounding ourselves with black or grungy browns, all these things. See the color of these walls. That when we feel and start understanding what they carry, we're understanding how much we're influencing our life. Bright colors, sunlight, plants, life, not cement. We start understanding how that affects also our state of mind and our state of emotions. Noise versus peace. Talking just to fill the silence, or allowing the silence to be. Something is needed to be said, say. Not needed, let it be. Everything does not require a comment. Everything does not require an opinion. Everything does not require a category. See, hear, and let go. Dogs bark, the smaller ones, at the change of the wind. How irritating is that? By extension, we do the same thing. How irritating is that? We're supposed to be more conscious, no? Little bit more aware, little bit more evolved. Behavior is the same though. On many levels, we behave very unconsciously, like animals. A very interesting thing we say with love also, ये फिल्मी प्यार है, शेर शायरी क्या होता है? The whole looking at someone's eyes and seeing lights light up and all these are just kitabi baatein, book words. They are not. If you allow that connection, it's divine to divine connection. Love is that only. Whether now it's with the mountains, you see that sunset, उसमें भी आंसू बह सकते हैं. You can be filled with so much emotion that it's amazing. Music, same thing. Colors, same thing. A moment you see between an interaction between two beings, same thing. You go to a certain place, that the vibration, it's a connect with the divine. A connect with the divine opens up the most beautiful of feelings. Love is also that. When we're connecting with another person on that divine level, not on a physical level, not on a attraction level, not on a lustful level, but on a divine level. संगीत बजती है, हवा में दुपट्टा लहराता है. All the things cinematically that they show, it's basically a feeling. Not the butterflies, not the anxiety, not the this thing, but a profoundness, an openness, a wonderfulness, an expansion. You have love with the divine also. That feeling will be there. That becomes, colors become more vivid, songs sound much more nicer, everything seems more pleasant. Any problem also seems very trivial. Solve ho jayega, no problem. Because we're also empowered at that time, we're connected at that time. Love feels the same way, connection with the divine feels the same way, connection with divinities feels the same way. Opening up to the subtleties, opening up to the higher realms, opening up to the other aspects. We open ourselves just to hot, warm, cold, consciousness and the other thing, but eventually the whole idea is to open ourselves up to the divinity of everything, in everything. From one became many. जो कुछ भी है ब्रह्मांड में वो ईश्वर ही है. But we can't see that, we can't recognize it until we. यही यात्रा है, यही प्रयत्न है, यही प्रयास है, यही साधना है, यही योग है.